That hurt. More verticality. Recording in progress. All right. Welcome to the Straight Red Card. Yes. Oh, my album should be coming out pretty soon. Got the records pressed. All we got to do is do the lyrics sheet because there needs to be a lyric sheet, right?
Old school.
Well,
they don't always do it nowadays.
I take pride in my lyrics, unlike other people who write really trite and ridiculous.
You're assuming those other people actually write their own lyrics. That's good. That's a funny one, Derek.
Well, they sing them. That's their problem.
I think there's some sad peon that gets paid pennies and peanuts behind them. It says, how about you sing this song next?
But, dude, lyrics have been bad for a long time now.
Fair enough.
So it goes even back to the 80s when you have these broken wings. We have these broken wings and let me fly again. Let me fly so high. What? Dude, you couldn't possibly have sat down and said, you're going to heal my broken wings so I can fly so high again? What a fucking pussy you are, first of all. Heal your own wings, dude. Number two, like, you're expecting this chick to, like, help you fix your broken wings? Like, oh, God, please be the helper that helps me fix my broken wings. What a fucking bitch. What a cunt. Fix your own wings. Fix your own wings. Get your head together.
Don't just like a wing repair shop. Sort of like if you get a ding in your car, you go to the repair shop and they unding your car. Maybe this place actually fixes broken wings.
No, I mean, the whole theory of the song is that he's broken because he had his heart broken by another chick. And he's hoping this new chick is going to help him fix his broken wings. What?
It's like the precursor to grunge.
It sounds like a precursor to another relationship where he's going to get body slammed and dumped. So that's not
wear sweatpants.
That is not how you go into relationships. You don't go in like, oh, yeah, you got to fix me. You got to help me out. My wings are broken, baby. Oh, you got to be it. And she's going to be like, this guy's fucking broken. I'm out. Later, have someone else, folks, fix those broken wings. Anyhow, that's just life advice for people. If you can't go into a new relationship being yourself and feeling like I'm confident that I'm a good person, and if someone else doesn't like me, well, then they just don't like me, or maybe I'm ugly or whatever, or they didn't find me attractive. That's fine. Move on. But if you're looking for someone to save you and fix your broken wings, you're waiting around for a lot of fucking bullshit. More bullshit. Your wings are going to be more broken. They're going to like hack those things even more. Bam! And then this whole metaphor of flying. Fuck that. Life isn't about having wings and flying around and being in this glory. Life is hard. Life is a lot of fucking work. Relationships are a hard fucking, that's work. That's not just like, oh yeah, I'm going to fly around. We're going to live in it. Like that lasts for like a few months. Like you're in this perfect euphoric state and you know you're fucking all the time and you love each other and everything she says is funny, everything you say is funny. That's not how like goes on. Like as you get into later years of the relationship, it's work. You have to be a team. You have to actually connect up here in the brain, not just emotionally, but up here too. Saying that as someone that got divorced, and Brett can say and talk about this issue too, because he's still married. And he's married and he's been married for a while now. This is not short little ditty we're talking about. You guys have kids. So
we're going to look for long haul.
Yes. But it's work, right? It's work. Isn't it work? It's not like just like diddly poo-poo. Man, shit. Especially when you have kids. It's work, man.
I get home, I feed the kids, and I'm like, all right, I'm going into the computer room to prep for the show tonight. Bye. No, no, but in the end, I mean, even R. Kelly believes that you can fly.
Oh God, don't do that.
I believe I can fly.
So does Lenny Kravitz. He wants to fly like a dragonfly. That moron. That was really, he let us I hope, it would have been my express pleasure that he said, yeah, that song about flying high like a dragonfly, my 3-year-old daughter wrote that. And I would have been, okay, that's cool, dude. Yeah, you took your 3-year-old daughter's lyrics and you sang them on a song. But no, he claims to have wrote those. So,
and and Mark McGrath with Mark McGrath, is that his name? With Sugar Ray, he just wants to want to fly.
There's
so
no, but even the former Nirvana drummer, what's his fuck?
Dave
Grohl.
Yeah,
in his band, they did a song about flying too.
It's all about flying. But jumping back to Sugar Ray real
Why?
quick. Have you ever listened? Have you ever? Probably not. But I'm gonna get asked. But have you ever listened to any of Sugar Ray stuff outside of the radio crap?
I have heard it reluctantly on radio. Yes.
Yeah, fuck the radio shit. That's their sellout shit. Their first CD was like heavy fucking rock, and then they had the radio version for Fly out there, and all of a sudden people are like, oh, I really like this song. This is a great song, guys. And like, well, maybe we should just pump out a lot of that throw up garbage soft rock shit, and completely sell out of our sell out all the fans that grew up with us.
Well, I guarantee
bullshit.
You,
I tell you,
as hard as you think their first album was, which I'm sure was very hard rock, it is not as hard rock as other bands I listen to. But I'm not talking about metal though. I'm talking about like this odd little indie rock nastiness that went on during the 90s. And there's a lot of it, and it's good. There's a song called Zachariah and Slave Ship, and I can't remember the fucking band right now, and it's pissing me off. But there was some nasty shit, like some nasty, heavy rockin', kick you in the nut stuff. So, I mean, metal and heavy music comes in many different forms, but the indie rock version was the best, I think. My personal opinion. Somebody's going to be able to tell us who the hell I'm talking about right now. Although I love Slint, that's the band I do remember. They had an amazing album that was just nasty and hard and loud and just crunchy. You're like, damn, that's some nasty shit. But they didn't have lyrics that were garbage, right? So that's the thing. Like, they took total care of all things. Like, it wasn't like a Lenny Kravitz thing where he's like, yeah, I'm just going to write and make some money right now. That means I can write third grade lyrics and no one will care. And they don't care. I mean, he did American Woman. He did a cover of that. That's got to be one of the worst songs of all time. And he decided to cover it. Like, that guy doesn't have any taste, which is sad because I liked his first like 1 or 2 albums when I was in high school, early college. I'm like, oh, this is good shit. 3rd album sucks. 4th album sucks. 5th album sucks. Anyway, fuck him. Even though he's all right. Anyhow, you want to get to the performances this weekend?
Might as well at this point.
It's 8 minutes in. We're fucking insane. All right, so we got to talk about Timothy Tillman and Greuther Firth and Julian Green because they got a tie, and it's not going to help them. They're still going down. Tillman went 90, Green went 20 in that tie, but neither of them really that, mind blowing. Mark McKenzie went 90 in a tie, so he's back starting again. Tompkinson, 90 for the U23s in a loss. We're just talking about relevant players. I'm skipping over the ones that aren't. I'm just skipping over them. Skipping them, dude. There are more here. I'm skipping them. We go to Saturday, and Sargent went 23 in a loss. So he's back. So
Back-ish.
His little toes healed.
Did he really play 23? I'm literally just pulling it up here now.
Yeah.
So 67.
21. Maybe like 27.
Like 17, 18 minutes.
If you had extra time.
Extra time? He left in the 81st minute.
What? No,
Yeah. He came in at the 67th minute, and then he left in the 81st. So
he's
people
not healed. That's right.
Yeah,
I forgot. Yeah.
I sent you text messages because like, oh, Sargent's in, and then the next message was like, Sargent's out.
Yeah.
So,
I totally forgot about it. Totally forgot.
And it was fun, having gone like 5 weeks without seeing Sargent playing, and then all of a sudden he's back in, and he was playing well, aggressive, energetic, ready to run, ready to get back out there. But he took a couple knocks, and after a while, all of a sudden he's getting subbed off. I mean, I didn't even see him limping around or anything like that, but it was enough that I'm sure he tweaked his ankle enough that he's like, I can't run on this. This is just going to fuck it up more. So he pulled himself out, 81st minute, and at that point I turned the game off because I didn't care. Norwich is on their way out anyways, and they ended up getting relegated that day anyways, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, Norwich are done.
In hindsight, people now are bringing up, Werder Bremen are going back up to Bundesliga. They should have stayed with them. Schalke too. Same with Hoppe, yeah. But as a whole, going down to championship wouldn't be bad.
No,
I don't think he's done enough really to warrant a potential transfer option, and I don't think Norwich would offload him because they already paid $8 million for him. So I mean, it'd have to be a healthy transfer fee for him.
Yeah, I think the only problem is that Pookie's going to stay too.
Sure.
And so for that center forward spot.
Well, they've got Ida, and Ida's been ahead of him as well. So I mean, at this point, he's an out-and-out winger / midfielder at this point for Norwich,
which they need to fix. Because I think if people pass it to him and he could play that center forward spot, I think he's better than Pookie and Ida. I really do.
It's definitely more mobile than Pookie. Pookie definitely has a history of playing center forward. So I mean, it makes sense that he's still there. But yeah, he's still definitely going to be there next season.
Pookie's a bulldog. Sargent's a jaguar. So that's how I'd frame it.
Yeah.
Stefan was in the 18, didn't play. All of Sunday, still injured. Holmes went 65 in a win. Mighton got to play 14 minutes for Nottingham Forest. Holy shit. And he scored the winning goal. Good for him. The
goal happened, and people are on Twitter saying, maybe we need to give him a call up.
Not yet, folks.
Like, man, it was his first 14 minutes in like half a year.
It's no rush. There is no rush. He's not making the English national team. They do not do predatory caps. So don't worry about it right now. Let Mighton get back on this team. He hasn't played for months. So he played. He scored. Good. But Horvath did. There are all these rumors about a loan, but if I know Horvath's agent, it's not going to happen. And he's going to be sitting there next year too. Or next season. DK injured, Reyna injured, Matarazzo got a tie for Stuttgart. I'm really worried about his job at Stuttgart, but I think he's going to hold on. Brooks, 90 and a tie and a goal for Brooks. All right. Take that as you will. You know what we think about that situation right now. Pepe was in the 18. Luca De La Torre had a really interesting 78 minutes, some great touches, some great passes, but once again, his people cannot finish great passes. He can't finish either, by the way. He was one-on-one with the keeper in that game. Couldn't finish it.
He was probably confused what to do. He's like, I'm not supposed to be in this position. What the fuck? No, Pete had a lot of good things to say about LDT.
Played well.
LDLT.
Was really good play. Yeah. I mean, he's the heartbeat of that team. He really is. Like, everything goes through him. Every attack starts through him. He did get a hockey assist in the game. So he passed it to the guy who passed it to the guy who scored. So that's a hockey assist. And he overall had a really good game. Really good game. He's the heartbeat of that team. But he can't finish, and his teammates can't finish either. Like, really obvious goals. You're like, just fucking kick it. And you see a goal. No, they just missed the whole goal. So, all right. So, Pierre's still injured. Joe Effort went 26 for Motherwell in a loss. Durkin's still in. No, Durkin's back with DC United, by the way. Christian Ramirez, 90 in a win. 69 in a win for Aberdeen. Polivara was in the 18. Soto, fuck him. 1 minute for for Livingston. 1 minute. 1 minute. Chris Mueller in the 18 for Hibs. That's why he's heading
Not for
back.
long.
Yeah, he's heading back to MLS because this ain't working out in Scotland. So maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're wrong because he's a regular starter in Orlando generally, off and on, but generally. He goes to Hibs. They're like, nah, dude, you get 5 minutes a game. Oh, no, 8 this time. Oh, maybe 11 this time. Yeah, not good. Not good for Mueller.
Well, and I'm not saying that it's anything on par with, say, Mallorca, but I mean, we see a number of players go to teams and they just don't pan out at those teams, but then they work at other teams. And I'm not saying anything about that because, I mean, he should be able to go into Hibs and get consistent playing time, but who knows? Maybe the person that's playing left mid or right mid or wherever the hell he's playing over there is a consistent starter. Maybe he's the captain. Maybe he's just completely putting him out of playing contention. Who knows?
Right wing. Yeah. Miazga in the 18. Musa.
Should be back with Chelsea, though. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Musa 1 minute in a tie. Sonora, 65 for Joel Sonora. 65 for Vela Sarsfield in a win. You know, he's getting more time than his brother right now. It's kind of weird. Gooch, 90. Who cares? Tyler, Terrence Boyd, who cares? Didn't score, so fuck him. Leonard Maloney, 90 for Dortmund, too. Again, I don't see any real future for Leonard Maloney on our team. But
he's like 22, 23 as a center back.
Yeah, but he's not that good. Have you watched some of those Dortmund 2 games? You can get them sometimes.
On what? Like ESPN2? Or ESPN Plus, I mean?
No, there's a German site.
Oh, then no, fuck that. No, I've never seen it.
Yeah, you got to go there for like the highlights.
All I'm saying is especially when it comes to center back in Europe, shuttling a 22, 23 away, a year old away, saying like he has no future for us, is a bit premature, in my opinion. But then again, I've never seen him actually play, so I'm not saying he's going to be good or anything.
He's 22, dude. Like,
yes.
If you're a really good player and you're 22 to almost 23 years old, aren't you on Dortmund at this point?
As a center back, probably not, no.
I think you are. I think you're like
I
think you're a fourth reserve player. You're like third or fourth on the
possible. Yes. Riding pine shirt, it's a possibility. I'll say that the one position that they have no problem signing old, aging out players is at center back.
They do it, yes.
So I'm just saying that them playing a 22-year-old center back randomly, maybe again.
They did it with Subotic.
Okay.
I know that's a long time ago, but still, they don't have all their history where they don't play young center backs. They have played some young center backs.
Sure, but I guess I'm referring to just the time period where Maloney plays. I guess it doesn't make a difference how they played it 10 years ago or how they're going to play it 10 years from now, because Maloney won't be there. Period.
He's just not that good.
So he might not. And I'm just saying that it's strange shutting away a 22, 23-year-old player. Like
I'm not shunting him away. I'm just saying he's not that good.
You literally said he had no future with us.
He doesn't. He's not that good. He is a Bundesliga 2.
It wasn't too long ago that people were saying that CCV doesn't have a place with us because he's so super slow. And now he's in contention. People are always bringing him up. I'm just saying.
But he's not in contention.
Who, CCV?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's on the outside looking in. He's on the outside. Look, we already know who our 5 center backs are going into the next World Cup. Does he have a chance going forward? Maybe. If he goes to like West Ham and becomes like the starting CB for West Ham. Maybe.
Sorry, when I'm saying contention, he's in conversation at this point.
Well,
and yes, you can make the argument, and we make the argument all the time, like channeling your inner Berhalter. Yes, we know approximately who's most likely, barring injuries, who's going to be our center backs come November. Because that's 5 months from now. I mean, CCV would have to have a standout performance and a transfer in the summer to actually stand any form of contention.
Some people would say he's already stood on his head.
In fucking Scotland. Come on now.
Yeah. But look at some of the players in Scotland that aren't working out right now, like Soto, and people thought so highly of him, and Mueller. People thought so highly of him. I'd say
You could still make the argument that he could still contend with Ariel and Morris as options, but still.
I'd take Gio Caccini over him any day in the week.
I don't disagree with you on that.
Yeah. So let's do we'll skip. Oh, Malik Sanogo. I'm gonna bring him up, but yeah, he did go 90.
Some big boys?
He went 90 for Union Berlin's U19s. But so did Windsor for Ulm's U19s. He went 60. Ackham went 6 for Hoppenheim's U19s. Palufo Vizi was in the 18 along with Seb Burke for Unterhaching's U19s. Ty Walker went 45 for Kaiserslaughten's U19s in a loss. Sog Mahonian went 65 for Fortuna Dusseldorf's U19s. Again, we got a lot of fucking players in the German U19s. A lot. Novakovic went 75 in a loss. They are now down to 8th. So after being way up high, now they're all the way down in 8th. Alex Mendez, a goal for Vizela in a loss. Ali Alvarado, totally different player for Vizela, but also American, was in the 18, didn't play. Haji Wright, 90, goal for Antalyaspor. So, yeah, I think Haji Wright needs to get some time. He needs a look.
Definitely deserves a look, yes.
See, did you watch all the touches from his last 3 games
No.
by our dude that does that? Not our dude.
Dispossessed?
Another guy that does it too. It's like USMNT men's national team clips, and he does the same thing, but he highlights the player so it's easier to see. Yeah, he did the whole thing on Haji. He had a great game. He was high pressing when he had to high press. He was good with his back to the goal. He was fast when he got the ball out wide. He's very fast. He's smart. He's technically aware. I'm not trying to say he's the God's gift to the world, but he might be a step ahead of our guy in Switzerland, PFOC. I think he's a little bit better than PFOC. If I had to say so, that's what I'm going to say. Just like a hair above.
And again, I remember him from his youth career and stuff like that. But I mean, 2 different types of strikers from what I've seen. I mean, style of strikers.
They're very similar, except
has it changed?
Yes, except Wright is fast. PFOC's slow. He's lumbering. That's the difference. They bring a lot of the same shit. They're good in the box. They're good at finding open space, taking a pass and scoring. They're good at finishing in close space. So they're very similar players. They're similar heights. They're similar builds. But right now, what he's doing in Turkey is just as good. Is just as good as what PFOC's doing in Switzerland. Now you can debate.
I'm going to say let's bring them both in.
Yeah, I'd say bring them both in.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if you mentioned PFOC already in the time, but score a goal. But yeah, so both score a goal.
But it was a penalty. But yeah,
whatever.
I'll take it. Ledesma, 1 minute for PSV.
Yes.
Not enough, folks. Pulisic.
It's
something, but it's not enough. Pulisic, 22 in a loss. That was a horrible game. It was painful to watch. EPB, 90 in a win.
Pretty did well.
He did. And you know what's interesting is Ike Agubo scored, and he's Canadian international. And he's a center forward, and he scored for EPB's team versus Tim Weah's team, Lille. They lost, and he went 90, but Lille got 2 red cards during the game, so they're playing with 9 players. So I get why they lost, but again, another Canadian player playing abroad at center forward doing good things. Weah did not score. Ugbo did. Konrad's injured. Giucchini 4 minutes. McKennie's injured. Busio, Tessman were in the 18, didn't play at all. CCV another 90 in a tie versus Rangers. Sands was in the 18, he didn't play. Dest and Hoppe. Hoppe got like the last, I don't know.
Got a minute.
Got a couple minutes at best. So the new coach, by the way, is the former Mexican coach of the Mexican national team. And he has said apparently some more favorable things about Hoppe. So from what I hear, he rates Hoppe. So we're going to see him get a few more minutes here and there every game, I think. So Aguirre. So Aguirre was the Mexican national team coach back in like the 80s and 90s. And then they brought him back for a period. I can't remember. I don't have Wikipedia open right now. All right. But I remember him.
Yeah, you don't want your computer dying on you.
Yeah, I remember him. I remember Aguirre.
And I guess all Mallorca has to do now is just, stay up. Only 1 point off of relegation.
Yeah. So I think Aguirre's going to try new stuff. And unlike some European coaches, Mexican coaches respect American players, all of them, North American, Mexican, Canadian, American, whatever you want to call it, USA, whatever you want to call it. But they seem to be much more open-minded about North American players than other coaches, like Hoppe's former manager, who was a cocksucker and lost his job. So, and when I say cocksucker, I don't mean that in any. I mean, if you like sucking cock, you go do it.
He's big into chickens, man.
Yeah. What, sucking chickens?
You said cocksucker.
Oh, le coq sportif. That's the kind of cock you were talking about, a chicken. All right, good for you.
He's able to take that chicken leg, put it right in his mouth, and pull out nothing but the bone. Now it's made it full circle here, guys.
I think cocksucking's amazing, frankly. But hey, that's me. But as long as it's not abusive to the bird, right? Got to be good to the bird. All right.
Mind the giblets.
Alan Sonora's injured. Giblets. You should mind the giblets. Those are important. You're really right about that. Aronson went 30 in a win. Giblets are important. Sam Vines, 71 in a tie. Otasowe did not dress. He's busy doing modeling in England. Now, I don't know if he's still doing that, but it's very possible. Hanging out with Madonna. Yep. Way
to pick it up.
But Buchanan, yes, I did pick it up. Tejan Buchanan, who also plays for Bruges, went 84 for Canada. Ba, 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 ba. So why are all these Canadian players kicking her ass right now? Well, because Otasowe's more interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's pay attention who we're comparing him to. Now you can make that argument with what's his face against Wea, but
Arfield starts over Sands. Arfield gets a lot more playing time than Sands does at Rangers. He's Canadian. They're kicking our ass, Brett. Kyle Lauren.
Oh my goodness! Are you ignoring the number? Are you ignoring the number of Americans that are consistently starting every week? Clearly, not because we talk about him every week.
Dave is considered the best left back in Germany right now. Where's the best left back we have? He plays in the championship for Fulham. Dest. We thought he'd be the fucking best guy. He's not. He's got his issues. We got to work those out. So we're
making a mountain out of a molehill, Derek. Mountain out of a molehill.
Okay, so I'm just talking about on the minor scale, they're beating us. And then on the majority scale, you got Davies.
You're comparing them to players who you're comparing some of them to players who will have no opportunity at all even the immediate future, but the future of ever playing for us.
How many forwards do they have that score goals?
Forwards are lighting us up. Absolutely, 100%.
Best, they got a better left back, right? They don't have a better midfield. I'll agree with you in that. We got a better midfield. We got Adams, McKennie, Musa. They can't match that. I agree with you. Goalie? Fuck. At this point, I'm not sure. I really don't. I'm not. Just not sure. Guys don't play. So there you go. That might be the title for this thing. This argument right here. Because really,
Derek's too busy gobbling up Canada's chickens.
I am not like Les Coq Sportifs in Canada. I'm just telling you.
You're 50-10 hauling them up,
All I'm saying is when I go to the youth for the U17s and U19s for the Bundesliga and I go through all the stats, I'm seeing a lot of Canadians playing ahead of Americans, and I'm seeing Americans riding pine. What I don't see are any Mexican players at all. So that's not the issue. It's Canada versus USA right now in Germany, and it probably is in a lot of other places too that, we don't have, there's not a lot of coverage on the lower leagues in England. So, all right, fuck it. I think we're done. All right, so we got Christian Kappa, 73 for Brøndby. Sabi went 74 for OB. Gallagher, 63 for Sonderjiski. Taylor Booth and Christopher Scott both played. One 37, the other 49 in a win for Bayern 2. Nico Carrera, 90 for Holstein Kiel's 2-team in a win. He's been bouncing back and forth between the first team and the second team at Holstein Kiel, and they look like that might go up next season. Stenko, 90 for PAS in Greece in a loss. He got an assist, though. Arce, 86 in a loss to Juarez. Why do we bring Arce up? I mean, how long has Fernando Arce been playing in the Mexican First Division? And no one talks about him. He might as well not exist. No one talks about him that much. Just, who's Fernando fucking Arce Jr.? No one cares. That's what basically comes out of their mouth next. Yet he plays for Juarez, and Ventura Alvarado doesn't. Well, he's injured right now. And we used to talk about him. All right, Sebastian Saucedo's injured. Reggie Cannon went 90 in a win, which was amazing because they got 2 reds, I think, and they still won the game, Boa Vista. We're coming to an end here, folks. Shaq Moore, 3. Shashua, injured for Tenerife. Joseph Guy, 33 in a loss for Durgafors. Pfok, 90, another goal, penalty kick, win for Young Boys. I don't write down the names of the teams, by the way. So that's the tough thing. It's like I have to remember every goddamn player's team because I don't write them down. Tyler Board, 30 for Rizespor in a win. Jabuli Ariyebi, 50 for Ankara Gachu. They're still in first in the Turkish second division, which means they're going up, and so is Jaboli. I'm about done. I could mention some MLS standout things, like Ethan Finley had an assist for Austin. Ian Murphy's got a goal for Cincy. Nick Hadlin got an assist. Milovic got another assist. Josh Williams got an assist for Columbus Crew. Nagby got a goal, but Nagby's not going to play for us ever again. Chris Durkin is back at DCU. Dwan Jones got an assist for the Revs. Cameron Duke, an assist for SKC. Ferreira, a goal. Areola, assist. Bam, for FC Dallas. They're still in the hunt, aren't they? But Keaton Parks got a goal for New York City, NYC FC. Okay. Why don't we ever talk about this Keaton Parks dude?
We have. We
do.
It's the rest of the community that doesn't.
Yeah. Gloucester, by the way.
Brought him up ever since he was over at, what was that, Benfica? Wasn't it?
Yeah. Since he came from Benfica. Gloucester also came back, right, to the United States. He got a goal for NYC, too. And then, what was the other game that happened today? No, it happened so late last night, it became today. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. Today, Ream and Robinson on Monday got their win, went 90 in a win. They're locked in. Fulham are going back up next season. So good for Ream and Robinson. Let's see if Ream keeps his job. Every time they go up, they go out and get a new center back and bring him in to replace Ream. Hey, just let him play a season, the whole season. See what happens, Fulham. Chandler went 90 in a loss. Tyler Adams is in the 18, did not play, and Leipzig lost. Scally went 1 minute in that game in the win. Cardoso did not dress. Vasilev 70 and a loss for Aston Villa's 2 team, U23 team. Jonathan Gomez 15 minutes for Real Sociedad B. 15. He might have been tired because he was just in Mexico. So that's probably what that is, because he usually starts. So that's it, folks. We are done. This show is over. And we want to thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing it with your grandma. We will be back on Thursday, and hopefully at 8:15 instead of 9 o'clock, which is when my computer decided to start
Make sure
working.
you sign in, Derek, at 5 o'clock. Make sure everything's working.
God, I might have to sign in at noon. The way this is going. All right, we love you. Keep watching. Good night. That hurt. More verticality. Ding. Recording in progress. All right.